Over the years, I've noticed a trend of people being so interested in how many books other people have read. And I think that could be discouraging to new readers. Like, oh my gosh, if I don't read this amount of books, then I'm not a real reader. Or if I read too many books, then I'm not a real reader. If I do, and it's like, stop. Really, really, with the literacy crisis we have going on, we don't need to make rules around reading. We need people to just read. And I think it's insane that no matter what it is, if it becomes popular, all of a sudden there are new rules you have to meet to be considered as a part of the club. Like the fact that, some people are like, oh, you need to read 100 books a year and yada, yada, yada. And then there are others that are like, oh no, if you read 100 books, you're actually not really reading, you're just consuming. I just want to know, what does it matter? I feel like reading is something that's so deeply personal and just is such an individual experience that the say-so of others should not matter. I do not understand why people would take something that's so beneficial for individuals and create rules around it. What sense does that make? Especially in a time where everybody's not reading. Like, if we could get everybody in the world to just read one book a year, the world would be a better place. But everybody's not reading, and I feel like the way the internet works, if you're on a certain side of the internet, it starts to feel like everybody's reading because your TikTok feed is just of readers. But if you go outside and talk about reading, 9 times out of 10, you're around people who do not read. Like, I've had a large group of friends, and very few of them read, if any. My new friends do read. I will say all of them read, but like, to be fair, I met them kind of through a book club and like through a writing club or like a random social event. One of my friends, I got lucky, she just happens to read. Like, so most of my friends I met through reading. But what some friends, if I make new friends, if I go in different environments, I don't expect them to read. And like, we gotta stop, maybe that's just a me thing. No, we gotta stop judging people for what they read as well. Like, let people read what they want to read. Like, just because people do not read self-help books does not mean there's no value in what they're reading. If, for my personal opinion, I think self-help books are actually less valuable than literature. I figured more things out about myself through fiction. The self-help books are just giving tips and tricks on the obvious thing you should do. 9 times out of 10, if you've looked at yourself, okay, this is just my personal opinion. I'm not against people reading self-help books. I think they help motivate you to progress and do the things you want to do. And I think it keeps you mentally in the mind state of growth. But I also think they're bullshit. The thing is, with self-help books, okay, we're not talking about self-help books. I don't know why you would bring up self-help books when you know I have a thing about self-help books. We were talking about stopping to judge people from reading. Like, the judgment that comes with reading should not be there. If you meet strangers and you tell them you like to read, and they say, what do you like to read? It really doesn't matter what you say. They're just happy you're reading. We live in a society where people are being dumb. So to help stop idiots from thriving, we need to implement that people read. But it's hard for people to think, oh, I should just start reading with idiots. They're not idiots. With people coming online and critiquing how it is you should be reading. We need to stop caring about how much people are reading and what they are reading. We need to just care that they are reading. We as a society need to start pointing and laughing at people who don't read and judging them harshly. I think we need to bring back bullying and bully the people that don't read by using words they don't understand. We expand our vocabulary through books, and we speak in old English accents, and we point and we make fun of these people who do not read at all, to encourage them to pick up a book, one book a year, about anything. No pictures though. No picture books count. You can't go buy a photography book and say, I read a book this year. No, you looked at a book. We need to encourage people. I feel like there aren't enough 200-page books, because those books count too.